Yeah,
Mali and Guinea. I think that's the team for me. I mean, Guinea took out Nigeria, and I'm rooting for them because they've been the surprise package for me.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
We will have to wait for this evening to
Yeah,
see what's
but-
going to happen between DR Congo and Guinea. That game will be played today. The one Mali and Cote d'Ivoire will be played tomorrow. Now, for me, Guinea, they're actually making their debut in the competition. Never expected them to go this far.
That's right.
I mean, coming this far simply means they are the team to beat in this semi-final.
Well, yeah, I don't know about the team being the team to beat. All I know is they're a good side, you know, as we saw against the Super Eagles of Nigeria. But going against DRC, DR Congo for me, they're the favorites for this competition. Followed
Because
by,
they beat Nigeria?
Followed by Cote d'Ivoire. No, I said DR Congo.
Okay,
DR Congo.
DR Congo, yeah, they're the favorites for this tournament based on their performance in the group stage and what I've seen so far of them in the knockout stages as well. So against Guinea, it's not going to be easy for them at all. You know, West African sides, it's a derby of some sort. So I expect a very close contest, but I think DRC will just do it.
You know why I think we should watch Guinea closely? Guinea has been, I don't know how to explain it, against Tunisia, 2-2, against Niger, 2-2, against Nigeria, they became so technical, got a goal in the first half, didn't particularly lock it up, but they were able to manage the results.
Yes.
And then in the quarterfinals, played goalless, got to win it via penalties. I think luck is following this team.
Well, they actually dominated the game against Zambia. It wasn't as if they were playing a fantastic game, but the goals just didn't come, and they had to go into penalty, winning 5-4. But for Guineans, I think maybe what is really working for them is the fact that they have about 8 players coming from a particular club. So when you have 8 players in a team, they've been playing together, they understand each other, so they actually know how to go about each game. So DR Congo will definitely have to be careful. Though we have both of their players came also from Zita and also TP Mazembe.
Yeah,
so for both of them, I think. Well, my money is in my bag, but I think Guineans, I don't know what they're going to do in this game, might also go into another penalties. But if both sides can definitely take their chances from the beginning of the game, yeah, maybe DR Congo will just do the business.
I think I'm bringing out my money for Mali.
No, my money is in my
Guinea.
bag.
Keep your money in your bag. I understand you're Nigerian. And Nigeria is out of the competition. But what a performance in the quarterfinals. Cote d'Ivoire destroying Cameroon by 3 goals to nothing. That should scare any opponent.
Yes, definitely. Don't you think they would even maybe be thinking, okay, we're able to beat Cameroon 3 goals to nothing, and against Mali, they wouldn't even take it seriously?
No.
It happens sometimes.
Yeah, but I don't expect this Ivorian side to be complacent going into a semi-final fixture for crying out loud. The final is just a step away, so I expect them to take the game like all professionals do, very seriously.
That's right.
And if they're going to lose the game, it shouldn't be because they were complacent.
And the coach will say to them, you're playing Mali, they defeated Tunisia. That same Tunisian team that was good against Nigeria and Niger. And then Mali took out Tunisia. So we cannot underrate any team at this stage, because if we win, we're going to the final.
Exactly.
So that's it for the African Nations Championship. We're waiting for the semi-final games to be played and then see the teams that will make it to the final. You know, right here, we'll talk about it. Nigeria in or out. That's right. Let's go to Cross River State now. So much talks coming out of the state because we want to see the National Sports Festival. Cecilia, you talked about it. You say it's another weight.
It's another weight. You know, at first when they said it was going to be in the second quarter of this year, the first thing we talked about was like, what's going to happen to the Olympics? And now I think they actually sat down and think about it. Okay, it's not possible for us to have this before the Olympics, because teams definitely, most states, most athletes will definitely be busy trying to prepare their various athletes for the Olympics, and of course not for National Sports Festival. And when most states are talking about money and all the economic crunch and all that, actually bearing down on their necks and all, money is actually not there. So the only resources they will have, the focus will definitely be on the Olympics. And after the Olympics, the leftover that they had, they can actually channel that towards the National Sports Festival. So we should be looking at the National Sports Festival, but might just hold me around November, December. That's what I'm looking at. It's not going to be definitely September, no, October, but I think maybe November, December Sports Festival. But the thing is, let them just hold the National Sports Festival. At least we've waited for how many years now? Since 2012, that was the last one in Lagos, Eco 2012, and this is 2016. And so it's been a long wait. So they should just stop talking, fix the facilities, and just do it right. Just walk and let all the states, put their athletes together. See how you can. If you actually say there is no money, I mean, the things that will definitely come up if you do not train your your youth, you know, in relation to sport, you really cannot quantify that. So your best bet is just put the money in it and see how you can actually train these athletes and put them in camp. And of course, in 2 months, they'll definitely be ready for the National Sports Festival.
Yeah, well, there's not a lot to say about it.
I know, you're struggling with the words. This time around, it's not policy issue.
But you know, come on, I'm well versed. I can talk about a lot of things. Now, but seriously, it suffered a series of postponements, and people are starting to get lose interest in it. You know, my mates that like sports, they started to lose interest in it. But hopefully, this time around, it holds according to what we're hearing. They say last quarter of the year, so that should be around, you know, October and, you know, November, December, thereabouts. So hopefully it holds. And hearing one of the officials and, you know, talk about the situation, says because of the Olympics, a lot of the elite athletes won't be able to make it. But it now brings us back to the issue of the original aim of the National Sports Festival. That used to be developmental before it was thrown open for professional athletes as well. So perhaps if that wasn't the case, it would still go ahead regarding the Olympics coming up in August.
We're waiting for the first one that's been thrown open, which is this one. We'll be waiting since 2012, right? 2014.
You know what? I don't have that answer.
I didn't listen.
The chairman, Cross River State Sports Commissioner Orok Duke, has been talking. Let's listen to him as regards 19th, right? 19th National Sports Festival. And I'll come back and talk some more. Don't go anywhere.
Since 2012, we have received the mandate to host the National Sports Festival, and we've not been able to accomplish that up till now. What we are proposing is that this is an Olympic year. We can't host the sports festival in the second quarter because elite athletes will not risk injury to take part in the sports festival. And if the elite athletes don't come, patronage and sponsorship will be reduced and attendance will be reduced. So we have proposed that we push the National Sports Festival till after the Olympics in Rio in August. So right now we are looking at the last quarter of the year, preferably October. And that is actually the right thing to do. And also to announce to you that the governor has actually accepted to host the festival.
So that's it. Chairman, Cross River State Sports Commissioner Orok Duke understands that we're getting tired of the wait, and it's just assuring us that Cross River State will do what we all want them to do this year by hosting the National Sports Festival.